Marcin, really appreciate you taking time out of your morning to join me here for this interview. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well, Rokas. Thank you for having me here. It's an
Great.
honor. So,
Awesome.
doing good.
Now, the reason I invited you on is because of some nice copywriting wins from you in the copywriting wins channels. Could you explain what they were about?
Yeah, so I was very inconsistent at the start of my copywriting journey. It took me about 5 months to actually start earn some money, but in the past 3 months to 4 months, I was able to earn £15,000 around that with copywriting and video editing mixed together. And right now, I'm on the tracks of running an agency. So yeah, it's been going pretty good.
Well, congratulations to you, Marcin. How
Thank
much
you.
experience did you have with copywriting before you joined the real world?
Absolutely zero experience with copywriting. Nothing at all, really. Anyone that might be watching this from that I know will know that my English teacher always said that I'm the worst English student in the class. So absolutely zero copywriting. But now we're here. So
Right. Interesting. I think it was actually similar with me as well. I was more of a math student, computer science, everything. And then, yeah, when I went into the real world myself, went into copywriting, and it was quite unusual. I wouldn't have expected it for myself. No, you said 5 months until you started making an income. So how
five
much
months.
time were you, yeah, how much time were you putting in those 5 months, let's say per day or per week?
In the first week, I put in maximal amounts of effort, and it just obviously after the first week, I thought this is I thought they're just going to give me money. That's pretty much what I thought. But and I advise anyone that's watching this who wants to join the real world, you must commit yourself. If you commit yourself, you will see results straight away in a couple of weeks. I know people that are now they're just joining to the real world and they're earning £5,000 in a month in their first month. So yeah, don't make the same mistake as I did because it will cost you a lot. And once you actually reach your first win and your first money from the real world, you will know that you made a great mistake.
Could you clarify again how much? So you said first week you were putting in a lot. Then how much time were you putting in after during those remaining 5 months?
Probably about 1 2 hours a day. Sometimes I just open up the chats and I just scroll through the chats and scroll through the wins, looking for short-term motivation, maybe try and get started. And I'll see someone got a big win, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do this now. I start doing it. 2 hours are gone, and I'm back again, just kind of playing PlayStation or whatever, or absolutely putting zero focus into the real world.
Yeah. So what happened that actually made you then start taking it seriously again?
So what happened is pretty much I seen a video on TikTok of Tate kind of just speaking that you know you bought this and you're gonna quit. There is nearly everyone makes money in the real world. There is I don't think anyone leaves. There's barely anyone that leaves the real world once they join. I've never seen the numbers go down. They're always going up. So I just kind of thought, I mean, he's right because who like I bought this and I'm not. Well, I'm just gonna give up. And from that moment on, I started spending about 5 to 6 hours a day writing copy, outreaching, and yeah. After that time period, after when I started getting really serious, I met some good guys that I started networking with in the copywriting campus, and 2 weeks, and I landed my first client.
Very nice. Okay, so you said you met some people. What kind of an impact did the community have on you then?
Oh, an excellent impact. The community in the real world is great. Literally, I feel like some of the people in there are like my brothers. We're just at constant war. We always, catch up. We'll spend 6 hours a day working together. We'll be in a Zoom meeting while we're working. We'll share ideas. We'll review each other's copy. And fun fact, actually, I am hoping to be moving in with a guy from the real world very soon. We'll be moving in together. And yeah, we'll be building our agency out from there.
That's awesome. It's similar to some other guys who are doing copywriting who have now moved into a mansion in Thailand. So yeah, interesting how things progress.
Yeah, and actually, one more thing. So there is a hire students channel in the freelancing campus, and this one time, a certified guy was looking for a copywriter, and he was flooded with DMs, 50 DMs with free value. And this is coming from like apprentices, experienced guys, and this is when I was only like intermediate. I was just kind of starting off. I just had my first win, and he actually chose my free value as the best, and he managed to land me a client. So that was pretty interesting. Actually, two clients. So now I think back at it.
Awesome. Really great to hear that you get such opportunities from the community. And now moving on to how different would you say the material is in the real world compared to what you can find out on the internet?
Oh, the material in the real world, what we've got to use is nothing like I've seen before. So pretty much the guys in there that kind of supply the material, so the professors, the apprentices, it's nothing like you cannot find this stuff on the internet. You really cannot. Even if you search for it, you'll not be able to find it. There's secrets in there that will literally make you successful. Copywriting secrets that will make you successful. I've looked after my journey in the real world. I was starting to look online for like more copywriting techniques. Trying to find some other courses maybe I can look into, and nothing really compares to what I found in the real world. So,
right, and that's a common theme I hear during these interviews. So, great to hear. Now, I remember you briefly mentioned Win's channel. I'm just wondering, is there more to go into there in terms of what effect the Win's channel had on you?
The Win's channel played a pretty big part on me. Anytime I was working and I kind of felt self-doubt that I couldn't make money, this is just a scam, this is that. I always looked in the Win's channel, and it really motivated me to push forward. I've seen guys with wins with, $20,000 for not that much work, a couple thousand, a couple hundred. Guys that I've kind of started off with and in copywriting as well. And I kind of see their successes. They're now absolutely massive in terms of copywriting, and they've got good roles inside the real world, and they're making a hell of a lot of money. And I kind of just use that as motivation to fuel myself. And every time I did lack motivation, I went into the Win's channel, and I worked for hours after looking at the Win's channel. So it does play a real big effect on me.
Great. Now I'm wondering, how different is your average day now compared to before you joined the real world?
My average day? Well, the first thing that we kind of need to go into is that I dropped out of school. I dropped out of college. In the start of January, I just kind of thought making money from the real world. I'm not planning to go into university. So, fuck it. Just dropped out, and now we're making big money. I mean, yeah, that's why. But my average day, kind of when I was in the real world in school, I'd come back from school and I'd start working on the real world. But now it's kind of just wake up, train, straight into work.
Is there any more to go into that in terms of what the mindset there was for dropping out of college?
Pretty much everyone in my school they called Tate a scammer, and I wasn't having none of it, because I thought to myself one day, this guy came out of nowhere. He's rich as hell. He drives a $5 million car. He lives in a mansion. And he's saying to me, I will teach you how to make money for $50 a month. $50 a month. University. Some of my friends in school are going to university that costs $10,000 to £20,000 per year. So what's the better option here? You want to be a slave, or you want to be outside the matrix, you want to be financially free. So I chose option number two.
Right. And why do you think they charge only $50 for all the value they provide?
I genuinely think that Tate as a person and all the professors are genuinely trying to help people, are genuinely trying to help hustlers make money and live life properly. Because working a 9 to 5, you know, going on 1 to 2 holidays per year, that doesn't really cut it. They really want you to live life because they found out how to live life properly. And this is what they're preaching. They want you to live life and make money, make the most money you can. And a 9 to 5 just won't cut it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, moving on to when you first started out with copywriting, or maybe when you actually really got engaged with it, what was the biggest challenge you faced?
I think this is probably, you've heard this a lot from all the copywriting students, but finding clients is the hardest part because you can be a good copywriter. I know really good copywriters inside the real world, but they don't have any clients or they're not landing clients. So I think client acquisition was my hardest problem in regards to copywriting at first. Yeah. And I think that's a common problem when you join as well, or with everyone pretty much on the copywriting campus.
Right. And what was the breakthrough for you there?
The breakthrough for me was every day, every week, testing new techniques, testing new niches as well, outreaching to different prospects, testing absolutely everything I could to see what works the best. And I found what works the best. And that's how I landed my first client. It takes a lot of trial and error, like with anything, like with life, pretty much. It takes a lot of trial and error to succeed. You can't just keep doing the same thing because you're not going to succeed unless it works, obviously.
Right. Albert Einstein's quote, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Now, moving on to, would you have an answer for the 3 biggest lessons you've learned from your time in the real world?
That's a hard one. The 3 biggest lessons I've learned is probably if you think you're disciplined, you're not until you join the real world. The real world, it takes a lot of discipline to be financially successful, but once you get that level of discipline, you will never go back. The discipline level that it takes to make a lot of money in the real world is nothing I've seen before, but it's helping me with everyday life. It's helping me, wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning and hit the gym. It's helping me with everyday life. Another lesson that I kind of learned was that I thought I was the shit and everything, pretty much. I thought I was the guy. And when I joined the real world, turns out that I wasn't the guy. I was asking plainly dumb questions to the experienced guys and the professors. So it taught me kind of how to stay humble as well, because I really did think I was some copywriting guru. I put my when I first started, I put my copy into the copy review channel. And I thought it was excellent. I thought it was the best copy ever. And they kind of reviewed it and they're like, this is not good. I'd be getting pissed off and things like that. So yeah, that's another thing. And the last thing would be that anything is possible, really. I didn't think if I thought a couple of months back that I would be right here right now, even on this interview or making the money I'm making, then I would never think about it. Never. This is just kind of happened, and I know people are earning $30,000 per month from the real world, $100,000 a month from the real world. I'm earning, in December I made it like £9,000. Like, how is that possible? I'm 18 years old and I'm making that money. People who are 40 in the best corporate jobs aren't even making that. So that's pretty crazy to me, and that's something that definitely stands out.
Right. And a similar experience to me as well. I did a few, let's say 6 months ago, I would have had no idea I'd be doing these interviews and that they would have blown up so much as well. So it's just, yeah, within the real world, once you join, there's just so many things that can happen that you just don't expect and could really change your life around. So that's awesome. Now, since you're on this trajectory, where do you see your life heading in 6 months to 1 year?
6 months to 1 year. Well, already said I'll hopefully I'll be moving in with someone from the real world who's kind of been a brother of mine through the whole journey. He's helped me a lot. I've helped him a lot. We've really exchanged ideas, and we're going in the same path. We want to do the same kind of. We both want to be extremely financially free. We want to live our lives pretty much, and we want to be successful in what we're doing. So I see myself moving in, possibly. As I said, anything could happen. I possibly could also see myself, flying out to a new country as well, somewhere, I don't know, Spain. I've been thinking about. I also see myself earning a lot more. I think in 6 months' time, I will be earning 20K plus a month, and that is no doubt. That is 100% true,
Yep,
and
I
I
love
believe
that.
that with my whole heart. So.
And we'll do a follow up, maybe even before, just to see how things are scaling for you. So I look forward to that. And on a different note, would you have anything to say for what kind of an impact Tate has had on you?
What kind of impact Tate has had on me? A really remarkable one. First of all, the real world is the best thing that I've bought ever. There's nothing ever that I bought that's better than the real world. The real world is the most fantastic thing ever. And I really think that everyone in the real world is literally blessed. This bald guy just came out of nowhere and is giving you financial freedom. You just have to stay disciplined. What is $50? You can go cut your mom's grass and, you know, make $50 and then buy the real world. 1 month, boom, 5K, you're up. There's people in there doing that. So you're literally blessed. And if anyone is in the real world right now and they're struggling or they want to quit, what are you doing? What are you actually doing with yourself? You've literally been given the best opportunity in your life. 6 months from now, you could retire your parents. You never know what's going to happen. You just have to put your mind to it. So what Tate has given me and what he's taught me is absolutely, it's ridiculous. I cannot thank him enough. I really cannot thank him enough.
Great. That is all my questions for you. If people want to find out more about you or contact you, what can they do so?
You can message me on Instagram or yeah, Instagram would be the best bet. So yeah,
Which is
Marcin Misa 8, MarcinMisa 8. Any questions? Feel free, message me. I'll be ready to respond.
great. So, Marcin, really enjoyed this interview. Thank you for your time again. And as I said, let's see how things scale for you. Let's get you on for a follow up in a few months. And until then, I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Lucas.